Okay. So I set up this mat. One of the reasons why my lower back hurts is because my hamstrings and core aren't strong enough, so I'm going to be doing that today. Hopefully this will be a good angle. I'm going to have one foot on the bench. Make sure I'm in frame. This is pretty high up, so you want to go a little less high if you can help it. I've just got my heel up, so really gonna feel this in the hamstring. Kind of aim off to the side so the bench doesn't get in your way. I'm cheating by throwing my leg up. I shouldn't be doing that. Keep both your shoulders on the ground. Switch when it starts to hurt, which it will. And get close so you get a good angle so your glutes help out. Here we go. Feeling better. Alright, that's about the same each leg. My left leg's a lot weaker than my right, so try to do the same on the right side than the left. Yeah, it's already pinching. Nice. Alright. This is, I can easily put a weight here if I want, but I don't really feel like it. Because like I said, my lower back hurts today, and we're going to learn what to do when your back hurts. I think I heard it sledding with my daughter. Plus cold weather. That'll do it. Alright, if you start feeling your back take over, you gotta stop. So that's about that. Right here in the pocket, your squishiest parts, that's where you want it. Keep it so it doesn't roll onto your face. And that's a lot. It's not like holding, it's not like pressing up a weight. It's a lot less harder than that, even with a heavy weight like this 45 pounds here. Yep. Doing this first is ideal because it's tough, and if you wait too long, you won't have any gas. Yeah, you don't need any fancy equipment for this. You can hold a textbook if you want. Alright, good warm up, so careful moving the weight there. Oh, next is plumber rows, so I'm going to use the bands for that. That's going to feel great. I might even throw in the handles. So with a plumber row, you want to get your back bent over. So the reason why I'm doing that, that's actually the easiest way to get into a neutral position with my back. And less pain, less bending. So you can use as many bands as you want. A cable machine in the gym, obviously. And squatting with your knees. So you can see my arms, but I'm going to move the camera again before I do the exercise, but you just pull it back towards you. That already feels really good. I can feel a good stretch in my lower back. So, start high up on the band, and as it gets harder, you choke down to make it easier. That's the movement. There we go. This is kind of like one of those tall, expensive lap pull-down machines in the gym. You can go above your head if you want, but it doesn't feel great. Unless you have super flexibility. Good stuff. You want to think about this part of your back going, it's hard to see. But the wings, one thing about the wings going, good investment, $30 for 2 of them. Dollars, not dollars. because it's only one. So hold your other arm out, because you want that symmetry. You don't want your left side to be crunching up on you while you're doing this. Some arm out for stability. While I have my back slightly around here, this is more comfortable for me. Keeping my core tight. Support to drive your elbow out to the side, like away from you. Alright. That's cool. 2 handles on there. Let's go to the same distance. Take the slack out of the handles. There we go. It's kind of hard to see. That's a little better. Okay. I need to remember to face it towards me, not towards my behind. Keep your feet squared up, or else you're going to have one side working harder than the other, so you don't want one foot in front of the other. And then you go back as far as your back injury will allow you. Plumber rows. You almost want it to pull you forward and stretch it out at the end. Elbows up and flying. Ooh, that feels good. I'm gonna get one more of those while I'm at it. The more you bend your knees, the more it's in your back and less in your lower back. Big stretches in between. Okay, so if you don't have the hooks with the bands, you take the bands. A lot of the sets you can buy have a door stop so that you can tie it through the other side and it won't mess up your door. Shut it in the door, right? And then you just do the exercise on the other side of the door. Like this, put my chest on it, get it nice and wide. On this one, you want to have wider the weights if you can on this particular bar. So if you want to do short ones, get really wide. This is for your upper back. When you're pulling up, you're just squeezing, you don't travel very far. So if you have your arms here, it's not enough distance. Alright. Not a lot of setup. I will say this is hard to do without a bench, but that's okay. So we're going to superset it with some double knee thrusters. That's a good way of putting it. On the bench like this, legs out, hold onto the bench, bring your knees up towards you, perform a crunch. If someone's a little heavier, this might be a little tough on the tailbone, but it's okay to put all sorts of padding on there, like another pad like this might feel better, right? As long as you can grab the bench. Yeah, that feels better. Try to go all the way down, it's really tough, because you can always pull yourself up with the arms. Arms all the way wide. Pulling them to the bench stops me. It's not better to fold your legs. You want to stretch your back out. You want to keep it out. Get a nice stretch on the hamstring. I got my chin into the bench here because it's tough. I'm really focusing on squeezing my elbows in too at the same time. Alright, back to the other one. Feels good together. My back is already loosening up. All black today. I'm thinking about using my core, not the legs, to drive my knees up, but my core to get there. You can also do one at a time, obviously. A little bit of extra balance training, no arms, that kind of stuff. Lots of variations. We're going to stick with just the double arm though. There's no injuries. So again, remember that literally anything is better than nothing when it comes to working out and your back's hurt. So If my back was hurting right now, I would simply stop and not keep going, but it's not feeling good, so I'm gonna do some more of those exercises I wrote out. All right, wide leg deadlift. I'm going to use the dumbbells and see how much freedom that gives me. So let's get a good angle. All right, wide stance to get your hamstrings firing and your glutes help up your back, right? The more narrow you are, the more you're using core and back, and that's not good right now. Pushing up through my heels. And we'll do a sideways view, but this is frontwards. So these weights are so big, I'm having to keep them really close to me on purpose. Not ideal, that's why you do it with a barbell, you want it really close to you, so keep that in mind, keep it close. Barely in the knee bend. Alright, time for the side view. There we go. Hips all the way back. Keeping the weights close. Keeping the back flat. Don't arch it too much. It's hard to tell how wide my feet are, but they're about this way. Stick that behind all the way back. Grab it with the heels. A little wider, last three. Alright, banded crunch machine imitation. Got a secure grip on it in front of my face. Crunch with your elbows in front of you. I've done this on the street before. You want to feel tension on the core the whole time. Suck it in when I start. Helps me feel out my core. You're trying to take your top rib and you're trying to put it at the top of your pelvis. So here to here. This is just to stretch out my back so I don't need a lot of bands, a lot of weight. There we go. I'm getting all the way down there, as you can see. Nice firm grip on this, using both my whole hands. The clinch fitness tool makes it tougher than it is. It's like a half step up. It's pretty cool. That was an unexpected surprise. We're gonna do some single leg balance reaches with the dumbbell. We're gonna test out this weight. We might need a little less. Definitely want to use a dumbbell for this. And it's not a balancing act, so be close to something you can grab onto. You can even have two things to keep your balance if you want. That's fine. That doesn't matter. Opposite arm, opposite leg, so your core is working, help you out, okay? So keep the dumbbell right in front of the knee. Going down, trying to keep your hips flat. Touch, make sure your legs up, squeeze the behind. Come back up by driving through the heel. So through the heel, get the hamstring, the other glute working. So you can help balance with this arm. You can even rest down there as long as you're driving up to that heel. So this one's pretty brutal. Alright, you're allowed to try it on both sides, see if there's a side you prefer. Today on my back it feels better if it's on the same side as my leg. That's interesting. You can do this with any weight. It doesn't have to be heavy. Give it 2 pounds. So you can. I'm using this to make sure I don't fall because I'm just trying to rehab my back after all. Get better hamstrings. Just trying to push yourself off. Trying to keep my hips parallel to the ground. Alright. Then I get the big break and switch to the other side. switching sides, you want to be by the thing your arm can grab onto, so you switch your whole orientation. Use the movement before you go down. Find your position. A little slow on this one on purpose if you can. If you feel like you're moving right and left, you just have to move your toe so that you can catch your balance with the front of your foot. Because all the weight's going through your heel, there's not much surface area, so just move your toe. Alright. So I can move my toe, set it down, coming up with behind. Lots of stuff firing at once. Alright, my legs stop kicking back because of fatigue. That's my body telling me it's time to wrap it up. But still, that was about 6 movements you can do. Come on, friend. So yeah, just doing it something is better than nothing at all. If you have to use your hands and all the weights. Instead, stability balls, anything you need to use for balance, it's all fine. If your lower back's getting in your way, you have to do something about it in order for it to stop getting in your way. It's my #1 piece of advice, and that sucks, but that's what it takes. Alright, I'll see you guys on YouTube and around. Click the YouTube. More comments, the better I can make this so that when you watch it, whatever, I'll answer your questions and do the workouts you want to see. Thank you.